$1,281 up to $2,562 ongoing monthly checks for SSI in 2024. Supplemental security income. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video we're specifically focusing on SSI, supplemental security income, in conjunction with some other announcements that were recently released in regards to 2024 and these new projections and how they may translate into $1,281 ongoing monthly checks or even $2,562 ongoing monthly checks for about 8 million SSI beneficiaries. I have all the details and the full breakdown for you right here in the video. Let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, helping you out in any way that I possibly can, as that is my dedication, my commitment, and my promise to you and everybody right here in the community, as well as doing all the research and finding all this information that translates into you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, raises to benefits, checks, ongoing checks, anything else out there right now. Of course, I want to bring it to your attention. We know it's a very busy and weird time right now. Things are changing rapidly. So again, please subscribe down below. I'll be here for you every single day, no matter what. And again, that's my promise to you. And I just want to do what I can to keep you informed of everything going on, as it's a super busy time. All right, let's get into it and talk about the new projections that were released, how this translates into 2024, as well as fixed income beneficiaries like SSI, what we're focusing on here in this video, as well as everything else you need to know, because here's what's happening. There's some projections that are going on, and we also know that there are a piece of legislation in Congress right now to change the SSI program, okay? How all of this goes hand in hand and works in, synergistically together, I want to bring that to your attention, because the things are, we never know what Congress is going to do, right? Congress is like a wild card. You just literally never know what they're going to do, right? You can play it at any time, and it's kind of like, oh, wow, didn't realize that was going to happen, right? We've talked about that many times before in other videos. However, let me break down the details of this, including the projections that were released. I'll talk through the details of that, as well as how this could translate into a lot more money for fixed income beneficiaries, including those people receiving SSI in a major, major way, okay? So first off, let's talk through the projections. Number one is, maybe you saw my video out recently where I was talking about the projections of the federal poverty line for 2024, okay? Now, stick with me on this, because this is actually a very important thing. It directly relates to a lot of fixed income benefits, the federal poverty line. All right, so let me give you some references here. Right now in 2023, the federal poverty line is $14,580. Last year, 2022, it was $13,590. The year before that, 2021, it was $12,880. However, next year it is projected in 2024 to increase from the level that it's at right now in 2023 by 5.5% up to $15,380. Now, obviously, this is still a projection. We don't know exactly what it's going to be, but this is the projection as of right now. So that's what it's likely going to be around that range 2024, okay? $15,380, okay? Now, why is that significant? Here's why it's significant. There are standalone pieces of legislation in Congress right now to raise benefits for SSI beneficiaries. We also know this much. There are lawmakers in Congress right here, right now, a lot of them, in fact, a couple dozen of them, who want to reform SSI. We've heard it from them many times before. We've heard it over the last couple of years here, and they've been outspoken about this. They want to reform SSI because we know this program is very much out of date, okay? More on that in just a second. But we know that there are standalone bills in Congress right now. A couple standalone bills, including raising the benefits up to the federal poverty line. Okay? Again, coming back to that here in just a second. Next, we also know that there's a standalone piece of legislation in Congress to remove the marriage penalty. Not bad, right? All right, so stick with me now. We can bring all this full circle here, okay? Here's what it comes down to. We know that the federal poverty line, no matter what, will be going up in 2024, okay? This is not something that's being passed through Congress. This is not a piece of legislation. This is not anything pertaining to Congress. This is just the federal poverty line based on the current circumstances, the current environment, the current economic situation, everything like this. The federal poverty line goes up. So that will be going up in 2024, regardless of what Congress does, okay? Now, next, we know that at any given point, Congress could come forward and increase SSI benefits or pass any of these pieces of legislation that would increase benefits, remove the marriage penalty, any of these things like this. Now, get this. If they came in and passed a piece of legislation of the standalone bills that are out there, or even something like the SSI Restoration Act, which contains all of this, raising the possession limits, raising benefits up to the federal poverty line, removing the marriage penalty, all kinds of cool stuff like that. Any one simple change like that would translate into significantly more benefits for SSI beneficiaries, okay? Think of this. If they just raise benefits up to the federal poverty line, the federal poverty line, like I said, next year is projected, 2024, to be $15,380 for the year, or divided out on a monthly basis is $1,281 a month per person, okay? Now get this. If they did this in conjunction with removing the marriage penalty, which, by the way, why is the marriage penalty even a thing anymore? Does anybody ever ask that question? I know we've asked that question many times here on the channel. Why is it even a thing anymore? Why are people being penalized for being married right now? You know what I mean? Maybe back in the 70s that was a thing, but not anymore. It shouldn't be a thing, right? This is completely out of date. And again, for those of you that are, being essentially punished because of the marriage penalty, you probably agree with this. I've seen the comments down below. A lot of you feel like the marriage penalty is 100% garbage and it should be gone, right? Yeah, right? It should be gone. So, one simple thing that they could do about this. Number one, raising the benefits up to the federal poverty line would lock in the $1,281 a month. Now, if they also did this in conjunction with removing the marriage penalty, which would have like no impact to the program other than the fact all good. It would be 100% good for the program, of course, and of course for the beneficiaries, right? This would lock in another thing as well, because remember, right now in 2023, the maximum benefit an individual can get is $914. The maximum benefit a married couple can get is $1371. Does the math make sense on that? No, doesn't make sense at all, okay? So the $1371 is only 50% higher. So the $914, and you get 50% more when you're a married couple, okay? So again, you basically get stiffed by like a lot, right? Like a lot of money, right? It translates into a lot of money every single month. It's like what is the math on that? Like $455 or something like that a month just because somebody's being married. Doesn't seem to make sense, right? But if they remove the marriage penalty and they raise these benefits up to the federal poverty line, here's what it does. Yes, I know, still learning in English here, okay? So, sorry. Here's what it does. It raised benefits up to the federal poverty line, projected numbers for 2024, $1,281, and then as a married couple, check this out. Now that individual benefit, the maximum benefit there, is also doubled. $1,281 times two people, a married couple, is now $2,562 a month. That's a far cry from the maximum benefit right now for a married couple of $1,371. What is the math on that? What is the math on that? $1,210? I think I'm calculating that right. Yeah, it's about $1,210 a month, I think. I'm just kind of run the math in my head right now. I think that's right on that. But either way, call it $1,200 a month more. It's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money extra for a married couple. That's like the difference between possibly a new place to live, possibly a new car, payments on a car, possibly enough food in the fridge every month, possibly some new clothes and some new shoes, and paying the utility bills and paying for all the other stuff that we need, right? My point is, that's a huge difference. $1,200 a month or thereabouts, give or take a few dollars. It's a lot of money for a lot of people, right? Not only that, for an individual, think of that. The difference between the federal poverty line next year and the raise up to the federal poverty line, and compared to what it is right now, again, $1,281 versus the $914 for this year, 2023. Again, what's the math on that? It's 200 and 300 and I'm trying to figure it out. What is that? I don't even know. $270 or something like that? I don't know. It's a lot of money. No, it's more than that. It's 300. Sorry, I did the math totally wrong. It's $370 or something. Again, I'm having a hard time calculating that one. It's like something like that. It's a lot of money. It's like $370 a month difference, right? Roughly, thereabouts. So it's a lot. That's a huge, huge difference for a lot of people. on a monthly basis, okay? And again, get this as well. We've been begging Congress for $200 a month as a $200 per month raise, right? So imagine that, almost double. Not bad, right? Double up, double or nothing, right? I don't know. What are the other sayings, right? So anyway, I'll leave it at that, but this is what's going on. And again, we got to continue watching all these projections and all of this information out there, because you never know when Congress is going to whip out a wild card out of their sleeve and say, I'd like to play this wild card. And it includes reforming SSI. Not bad. That would be awesome for a lot of people, right? About 8 million people that receive SSI benefits on an ongoing monthly basis who are behind every single month. Now, let's be real. If you're an SSI beneficiary, are you ever not behind? Probably not. It's almost impossible to live on $914 a month or less, right? I've seen the comments down below. It's tough. There's no way, especially these days with everything going up as much as it is, even with food assistance, utility assistance, housing assistance, all the other things like that, still doesn't matter. $914 a month for 30 days? That does not translate into a lot of dollars each and every day, right? Especially when the cost of living continues to rise. Either way, I want to bring this to your attention really quickly. Hope this makes sense for you, breaks it all down. Of course, I'll continue to be here for you and bring you the details as we do get them. Of course, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you for now. See ya.